answer all your questions in one go. In order to understand why I've obeyed and other things in my life, you have to understand the foundations of my faith as to why I believe in things I believe in. Are you ready? Do you have 2-3 minutes? Okay, great. James, before we even talk about the things I believe in, we have to establish common ground. For example, you and I would both agree that sky is blue, right?
Yes.
We can both see it.
Yes.
Okay, egg comes from chicken, right?
Yes.
Unless you're going to shop.
Yes.
Okay, so we both agree on common sense.
Yes.
Let's establish that we will apply common sense to all the things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you that I believe in God due to solid, firm, rational reasons. Okay, and I'm going to give you common sense reasons as to why I believe in God. I believe God exists, and there is no doubt about that. Also, I will show you that God is one. Okay, so let's talk about this. Can something come from nothing?
No, that's not.
Of course not. We both agree that out of nothing comes. For that reason, if you apply that logic on the universe began to exist. We both know that there was a Big Bang and it's still expanding. You know, there was an initial stage that this universe came into being. If that's the case, then there was something behind this universe. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so that's something we say is God. And because this universe is so powerful, there is so much energy in this universe, solar system, we have gravity, we have magnetic fields, all these. I believe that God, or whoever created this universe, it was put there by someone, is very, very powerful. Okay? And he's also very wise and intellectual. He's intellectually very strong.
How is he powerful?
Well, he's powerful because there's so much power in the universe. For him to create this power, for him to put this power there, he himself has to be very powerful. Also on top of that, he is intelligent because there is design in this universe. Everything is running according to a calculated system. For example, the solar system. Look at the sun, the energy sun contains, and it's perfectly placed for our existence. If we were to move the sun away a few inches back from its constant, we would freeze to death. If the sun was to be moved forward a few inches, we would burn to death. Right? So this is all calculated. Apart from that, the circle of the water cycle, the way we live our lives, the way we have reproduction, children coming out for 9 months, and the egg of a chicken, when chicken lays an egg, it's just liquid inside. When you give it right amount of heat for 21 days, you get a fully formed species. All of these things imply that there is a designer, there's a design, this is a well calculated system running the universe. Would you agree?
But I believe in evolution. I believe that things come.
Well, before we go to evolution is a question which comes after. Okay, evolution doesn't even have its foot in the door. We need to talk about the origin of the universe. Evolution existed, came about. If it's true, which I don't believe is the case. If it's true, it happened later on.
But that's your belief. I think evolution.
Fine. Let's agree on a point. Let's agree on common sense ground because we established common sense as a common ground. Okay. If evolution is true, it came later. Is that true?
Yes.
Before evolution came about, we had the universe already in existence.
No, before the universe, there were atoms and atoms came together.
No, we're talking about the universe here, strictly speaking. Okay? Let's not debate me yet. Okay? So universe came about and there was an origin of the universe. We're talking about this origin, this creator. Okay? So evolution came much later, centuries later, hundreds of thousands of years later, if it's true. But before that happened, we had the universe in place already. Okay? So the universe was put there by someone, and the universe, we both agree, is running according to a calculated system. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
The solar system. Okay. Now if that's the case, that creator is the designer of this universe. Okay. He has to be one. I believe he has to be one because the order in this universe identifies one will behind the running of this universe, and that one will comes from the creator, the one who has put the universe here. If there were more than one will, then there would have been conflict and we would have never had our own universe.
Sure.
Does that make sense? Okay, now this one God who exists, we believe that He's God, who is the creator. He has to communicate with us. In order to show us our purpose, He has to tell us how to live, how to follow Him, how to worship Him. And there's a concept of test. He's testing us, okay? Whether you believe in the test concept or not is another question. It doesn't negate.
Do we have to follow these rules?
Absolutely, because He's God. He exists. We have already established that He exists, and He's the designer of this universe. He's one. If He exists, then He is directly relevant to your and my life. Would you agree? Does that make sense?
Yes, that would mean
It's going longer than 3 minutes.
that we have to go.
Okay? Do we have to? No. This is, again, we can go in. Right now, we're not going into debates. We're practicing this, what we covered today, okay? Debates, you can practice later on and you can have your own experiences, okay? So now, do you agree that God is one and now He has to send down revelations?
Yes.
So, how do we know that these revelations are from God? For example, take Qur'an for example. I'm a Muslim, I believe in the Qur'an to be a revelation from God. Is Qur'an from God? Absolutely, I believe, because there are verses in the Qur'an which could not have come from a human mind, for example, in the 7th century. Okay? I'll give you an example. There are statements of profound scientific nature in the Qur'an. Qur'an talks about water cycle. Qur'an talks about an expanding universe. Qur'an talks about embryonic stages of a fetus taking place, taking forms and shapes in a mother's womb. All of these realities, all of these things couldn't have been possibly known by a man in the middle of the 7th century Arabian desert. Impossible. Even if he was a professor, even if he was Hippocrates, Galen, or Aristotle, he wouldn't have known these things. Okay? Because this knowledge was not known. All of these things put together. Then he made prophecies. Quran makes prophecies, for example. Okay? For example, Quran tells us when it was revealed, and we have manuscripts from that time. Before the Islamic conquest happened, we have manuscripts older than before the conquest took place. Okay? Quran prophesizes that all of you, the Arabs, will take this planet very soon. Okay? And we have actual manuscripts, parchments written on leather before the conquest took place. So these prophecies, or this prophecy was fulfilled to the letter. Muslims, within no time, took the universe from northern China to southern France, and also they went as far as India. This couldn't have happened without Quran being the divine word of Allah. Okay? And there are many more reasons I can give you. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move. So now we are left with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He was the one who was given the Quran as a message for mankind, final message for mankind. Now we have three options. He was either a liar, deluded, or truthful. There is no fourth option. Can you think of anything? We cover everything in these three options. Everything is covered. You can think. There's nothing else. He cannot be a liar because he was truthful to his cause. He suffered, his children suffered, his wife was killed because of a boycott inflicted against him because he was preaching Islam. They offered him money, they offered him women, they offered him all the power in the world. He refused to accept it because he thought the message is from God. This is a sincere man. He was not a liar because when he went to battles, he didn't run away, he didn't escape, even though he had opportunities to escape. In fact, he was the one who was strengthening his companions, leading them. Okay? He cannot be a liar because he himself was put through a lot of torture, and a liar would never put his life in danger. Okay? Do you agree with me so far? Okay. So he couldn't have been a liar. If he was a liar, he would have escaped, he would have accepted money, woman, power, all of that. He didn't do any of that. Okay? He continued with his message, and his companions were killed. He himself was almost killed a number of times. Okay? So he could not be a liar. Was he a deluded man? No, he couldn't be deluded because he had 100,000 companions. Some of them were educated people, and they saw him day and night praying, preaching, practicing Islam. If he was deluded and mad, they would have accepted, they would have rejected his religion, but they did not, and they followed him to the letter. He was not a deluded man. So if that wasn't the case, then he was truthful. If he's truthful, then the Quran is true, Islam is true. Do you agree with all of this?
Yeah.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Done. I know it took